This is just a short little recording to show you a little bit how Lumion works since I can't demo it on my laptop. So one of the nice things about Lumion is that you can actually import OpenStreetMap data. Haven't figured out how to get the terrain to actually turn on yet, so I'm not sure it's still in beta version within Lumion, so that may be something they add later. But you can see here that, let's see if I just focus on this object. Now I can orbit around. You can see we've got a lot of the context out there. There's Atherton Street, there's Park Forest over there. So we've got a lot of context that as we take views and things, and you can see that I dropped this, actually imported the site into this model. So because the OpenStreetMap terrain is flat, it kind of sits above, but also gives you an idea how it changes grade through there. So at least it's kind of there for background. Once we bring this in, we can use Lumion's tools to insert objects. I've already imported in, say, the townhouses. And if I want to place this, I can double right click, kind of zooms me in on that. And I can move this around here, place that there. If I hold the R down, I can place and rotate it a little bit. Spin my view around. Okay, I'm going to click, hold the R down, and rotate that into place. Click and drop that in there. So it's kind of, you just add these components in there. And then it also has some nice features if I wanted to come in and add vegetation. Come down here to my nature tab. Find something that's a little bigger. There we go. Let's try that one. Now we've got several options for placing trees. That you can see it shows you where it is on the landform. So if I wanted to come through here and kind of put street trees in, I could do that. Just right on the surface. And then I can switch to cluster placement. And this gives me several options. You can see if I hold tap the shift key, it actually changes the little preview. So with that, I can come in here and place trees really quickly. And I can zoom down there, walk through at street level. I can come up here and set my level at 6 feet above. Now, one of the disadvantages, well, I don't know if it's a disadvantage, but one of the issues with Lumion is it does have tools to manipulate the built-in landform, which is actually kind of under this element right here, the site that I just imported. But you can see here that this building's floating off the ground. So I can move that up and down, but I don't, I come down here and say imports, I can click on that. This is set on move up and down. I can drag that down so it fits in there, but now you can see it's underground at the top. But Lumion can't edit this landform. So the process for using Lumion would be, the first part would be the same. Use SketchUp or Rhino. I think I prefer SketchUp. I think it's a little easier with Artisan than with Rhino, and dealing with adding extra knots and manipulating the points and all that. It's a little more fluid with Artisan, but you can do it however you like. And then once you get that done, you can save it out in SketchUp format directly, imports in. I believe Rhino files will import directly now as well with the new version. And you just bring that in with the terrain already adapted, and that's why I came up with a newer version of the map that has the building footprints on it, so you can see that a little bit better. But anyway, you can see Lumion's really good at handling lots of information, lots of data. You can move around, and then you can do high-end renderings from any point if you wanted to show, how that looked in there. You could go over to photo mode, change the focal length a little bit so it's not so wide angle. And there's lots of different styles you can add in. We have shadows, we can turn soft shadows on. We can skylight. All these things just bump up the contrast and the quality of the rendering. We can, and if I wanted to add a material to this, which will get rid of the image map there, I can switch that as well. So once I get a view I want, I just store that in the camera and click render, pick a print size, call that test, and you can see how quickly this renders across through there. And the image that you see on the screen here is nice, but it will be even better when you open it in Photoshop. So it's very quick to go through and create those kind of renderings once you've got that set up. And you can also, once you've gotten your focal length the way you want it, you can model in this kind of model space with the effects turned on. And so that's what the graduate students are going to be working with. They're going to be working with Lumion, and undergrads will be using V-Ray with Rhino or SketchUp.